It's a cookie craft that's perfect for an afternoon with the kids or an Easter party. And the best part, you probably have most of the ingredients on hand already. I'm Courtney Orton in for Brooke this week, and our recipe for bunny bum cookies is shared by Georganne Bell, author of The Cookie Companion. What makes these cookies so unique, Georganne?
Well, the great part about these cookies is, like you said, you either have the ingredients on hand or you could just, a quick stop at the grocery store will get you everything you need for these cookies.
And I think what stuck out most to me about this cookie is that you are getting the look of royal icing without having to make the royal icing.
Absolutely, because everyone loves the taste of buttercream, not so much the taste of royal icing, but that glossy, smooth finish of royal icing. So fun, and it's super easy.
And you've also used some really simple shapes to create these bunny buns.
Yes,
so we're talking about frosting shapes and really making these cookies easy and fun to make.
Yeah, so you just need two different sizes of circles to begin with, a tiny one and a larger one. You could use a drinking glass even, or like the lids to your spice jars if you don't already have circle cutters.
Okay.
And then a heart cookie cutter, which I actually think most people, even if you don't make cookies, you have a heart cookie cutter at your house. So we have these shapes. You can use, I just use it, this is frosting from the grocery store. If you want the rough textured look of like bunny fur, you can just put that on like you normally would.
Right out of the can.
Yep, and just kind of pinch it around, and then it gives it that fur look. But if we're going for the smooth look, what I've done is I've put some of this exact frosting into a bowl. I microwave it for about 10 seconds is all. And then it's smooth like this. You don't want it hot and bubbly. You stir it around. If it looks like it has bubbles, give it a minute before we're going to dip our cookies in it.
Dip.
So you hold it on either side of the cookie, just dip it in, kind of rock it back and forth a little bit.
Try not to get that whole cookie submerged, but just the top portion.
Just the edge of it. And then when you pull it up, that's all it is.
And how long does that take to dry?
It'll cool down in about 20 seconds, really, a minute, and then you can see these ones are kind of hard to the touch, not hard, but like they crust over, so it's not going to be sticky anymore.
So they're still not maybe as hard as a royal icing.
Oh, absolutely.
Would be.
They still taste like buttercream. They're soft. They don't have like a crunch to them. But they have that, since it's been melted, it has that glossy surface that's you can stack these cookies, on a plate if you're taking them somewhere, and they're not going to like stick to the bottom. Like this one, this frosting here is going to stay soft for days. And if you put something on it, then it's just going to get on the bottom of it. But this melted buttercream look is going to be smooth, and it's going to have just a little bit of a top layer so that it won't.
And is this something you have to do with store-bought frosting, or can you make your own buttercream and do the same
absolutely
technique?
You can do it with homemade buttercream, store-bought, but let's be honest, what's easiest, right? And if we're talking about decorating with kids, let's go for easy to begin with.
Yes. Do you have a favorite brand of the store-bought?
I don't.
Okay.
Usually my kids pick the colors, so that's what we go with. So you're going to want to dip the larger cookie and then the heart cookie as well into this.
And just doing a little rocking.
Yeah, so rock it back and forth. And then as I pull it up, you'll notice it's coming off. I kind of tilt it a little bit so that little drip of frosting is actually going to be on the cookie itself.
Okay.
If you find that it's gone over the edge a little bit, you can always use a toothpick to kind of
just
clean up
it a little bit.
Yeah, those edges a little bit.
That's a good tip there too.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you also have, like, you're doing some sprinkles and things.
Yes, so for the tail, I just put the straight up frosting on. You can,
okay. So
again,
you're not dipping this one.
Yeah, you could. It's just easier to just put it on. So you can swirl it in a circle if you want it to have that tail texture on it, or once you've put the frosting on, you can dip it in sanding sugar or these nonpareils, which are super fun for
You're just dipping right into the jar that it came in.
I am. I'm going reckless. Just like that, and that's our bunny bum tail.
And you found that your kids can do this?
Absolutely. I was thinking about the dyeing egg segment where she's saying like the knocked out. I dyed eggs with my kids yesterday. I had to throw away the clothes I was wearing.
Oh no.
I am trying to implement this as our new Easter craft because it's so much easier, so much less of a mess, and they love it.
And they can eat them afterwards.
Yeah, and they don't have to wait for it to dye.
And they like cookies a little more than eggs, let's be honest.
Exactly, and it's, they mess up, like we just eat it. It's not too bad.
You've also piped on some of the details, so tell us about that.
So I put some of this frosting in a Ziploc bag, just like this. I seal it up, and then I'm gonna cut the edge off right here, just a little bit on the corner. I'm gonna use this as my piping bag.
Okay.
So on this heart, I have it turned upside down, and I'm going to pipe the pad of the rabbit foot, which technically I think rabbits don't have feet pad, but
they look cute.
But it's a cookie. So I just pipe a raindrop shape on each side of it, fill it in, and then add some dots for the toes.
And then how are you getting the cookies to just stay all together? Are you just using icing?
Yep, I just add more frosting on the bottom of it. So once I've done this, then I'm gonna just tip it over, add frosting on it, and then just put it right on top of that cookie. And then do the same thing with the foot pad. And if you want your foot pad to not be as textured, you can see here how it's got the lines in it. If you just dip your finger in powdered sugar or cornstarch, you can actually tap it down and make it smooth as well.
Wow.
So
that's a
super
great
easy
tip.
craft. Yes.
Yes, thanks
Kids
so much.
love it. They taste fantastic. Start a new holiday tradition.
And what's going on new with you, Georganne?
I've always had fun crafts on my website, lilaloa.com. Tons of things that you can do with kids, things that you can do with other adults, things that you can do when everyone's in bed. Fun edible crafts on lilaloa.com.
Well, thanks for stopping by. And rest assured, we will link this project onto our website, studio5.ksl.com. You can try this cookie and other recipes right there when you click on the recipe button.